Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of the Coach Tom Moore Show. I'm Jay Walker with head coach Tom Moore, the Morgan County Pioneers, ready to talk about the playoffs, but we're going to look back at the Blackmand game from week 10. Morgan County was very competitive in that game. I think a lot of people didn't expect that, but Blackmand wins at 35-21, but the game was really a lot closer than the final score would indicate.
Well, something we talked about all week and before the game with the boys is having effort. We can't, when we're playing these good teams, some of these great teams, we're not going to survive unless we, play hard. And I thought we might have had a little bit of a hangover after the Coffee County game. We played Siegel and did not play well. Very listless and, uninterested during that game. And the Blackmand game was just the opposite. We came out and from the opening kickoff to the end of the game, we played, I think, every down as hard as we could. I think the score and the tempo of the game and the result showed that. We didn't win the game, but we made a stop and got the ball back and a chance to drive the ball down and maybe tie the score. We weren't able to do that, but I was really proud of the way the boys played.
Well, things started off good for Warren County. We lost the toss, but started off with an onside kick, or a little pooch kick, and Warren County covered that very well. It touched a Blackmand player. Warren County fell on it, and then were able to drive it down the field right after that.
Well, getting that kick was great. It gave us some momentum. It meant that we're going to have the ball with our offense starting both halves. I think we had 75 snaps on offense, and they had 38, and that's a great formula for us, keeping our defense off the field and keeping our offense on and keeping Blackman's speed on the sideline. It was a really nice first drive. We ran the ball really behind our left side. That's where we like to run the ball with just 2 or 3 plays and line up in some unbalanced sets, and we're able to get 3-4 yards. And this is the first week we had Brandon Velazquez at tailback, and he really did a nice job. He stayed in the hole, and we've been missing having a guy to run the ball for us since Raleigh was out, and Brandon really did a nice job. I think we scored on a little belly option, and they haven't seen that, and we were able to execute the play and get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, 6:02 to go in the first quarter. Grayson finds Velasquez a little pitch from 6 yards out, and he takes it in more and makes it 7-0. That was the score at the end of the first quarter. We kept the ball a long time and also had an interception in that quarter. Collins picking one off.
Right. We took the ball right down and scored on them, and I think that stunned them. And then we stopped them on defense, and their quarterback was scrambling and tried to make a play, and Trevor Collins broke on the ball and really made a nice play. It was we haven't had that many interceptions this year, but if we can, we don't want to commit turnovers, we want to gain turnovers, and that was really a nice play. Made a nice catch on the play.
7-0 at the end of the first quarter, and then Blackmand sort of woke up early in the second quarter. They've got that Master Teague, real good running back. He took it 80 yards down the sideline for a touchdown.
What's funny about the plays, we defended it perfectly inside, and that's happened. It just happens sometimes. We defended it perfectly inside, and they had a hard time blocking us inside. We played Cameron Calvert at tackle and Ethan Stewart at nose guard, and we have Hunter Hawkins in the defensive line. So we were pretty stout inside, and he bounced the ball outside, and we didn't contain the ball well. We just couldn't, we couldn't catch him once he got out there. That was unfortunate. It wasn't that the play was executed well. It's just they had speed and athletic ability. They're able to make it a score on us. So that was unfortunate for us.
Another play we can talk about, it looked like a fake punt, actually. Moreland was kind of running for his life because they were putting pressure on him. But he's able to pick up a first down, pretty good yardage on that fake punt.
Right. Jacob's a really good athlete. He's a very excellent soccer player, and he plays some receiver. And actually, he's going to play this week at receiver some. He's one of the faster kids we have, and it's nice having a punter that's athletic that sometimes can do some things. And they probably would have blocked the punt, and he saw that. And they had one guy rushing off the left side, and the rest of the guys were going into the wall, and they really couldn't see him. And he skirted down the sidelines for a first down. It was a nice play.
I'm not sure when this play happened, but K-Ron got to the quarterback. Quarterback was kind of impatient. He liked to scramble maybe a little more than he should have, but he looked like he was going to pick up some pretty good yardage. K-Ron just kind of got a hold of him, shook the ball loose, and Warren County fell on it, and that stopped another drive for Blackmand.
Yes, and we had some, they made some plays too, and what I was happy about is we were pursuing the ball. Our defensive line and linebackers were, if the ball got past them, they didn't quit, and that's what good defenses do. They get to the ball. K-Ron ran about 15 yards downfield and slowed the guy down, stripped the ball. But also, if you watch closely, Brendan Breedlove, took the fake and tackled Teague, the running back. Then he got up and hustled downfield and recovered the fumble. So it's a great play to show our younger kids and really all of our kids on the defense about what hustle can do.
21-7 at halftime. What do you say to the team? You're still very much in this game.
I told them that I didn't care about the score. Didn't really mean anything. But what I cared about is how hard they played and about how proud we were of them. And we were in this game missing several players. Jacob Rabideau didn't play. Mitchell Stimmers didn't play. He was sick all week. Had a couple other guys out that weren't able to play that were starters for us. And we were kind of shorthanded. Hawkins had to play the whole game at tight end and at defensive tackle. And K-Ron had to play virtually the whole game at defensive tackle. And and we talked about winning the second half. And they were up 21-7, and that's what we did. We came out and won the second half. Or tied the second half. It was a really good half for us.
Came out in the third quarter, drove it down the field at 5:25 to go in the third. Grayson connects with Collins on a 9-yard touchdown pass.
We felt we were going to have to throw the ball. They'd adjusted to what we were doing on our unbalanced set, running the ball, and they were in the second quarter. We didn't move as well as we needed to, and we weren't really sure we could throw the ball on them. They have a lot of speed in the secondary, but we gave them a few formations and that they hadn't seen and did some run pass options, some RPOs people say, and hit a slant to Turner, and then we came back and called the same play. And they two guys jumped on him. Grayson got out of the pocket and flipped the ball on the bubble screen to Trevor Collins for a score. It was a good play.
Blackman's up 28-21 or 28-14 rather. Excuse me. And fourth quarter, a long pass to Collins, I believe, or no, to McCall Turner at the 2-yard line. Sets up Warren County for their next touchdown. Thomas takes it in from 2 yards out. 28-21.
Right, and they were up 2 scores, and our kids stormed right back, and Grayson got out of the pocket and made a play, and it wasn't the way it was designed, but sometimes you just got to throw the ball up and give a receiver a chance to do it, and McCall's getting better at that. He's been able to, earlier maybe in the year, he was catching the ball when he was open and not so much when he was covered, but he's been able to go and make some plays. Did that a couple of times in this game. That was a real nice play and led to a score.
28-21, and we get the ball late in the fourth quarter, deep in our own territory, just weren't able to make anything happen.
I think we got it twice down there, and the first time we called a comeback route to McCall to the field, and they rolled the coverage down, and Isaiah didn't make a good throw. I think he was trying to get it over their strong safety, and it was just a one receiver route. Sometimes we do that if we're facing a defensive line that's really quick, just to make sure we have protection. And he's something he's got to learn. It'd be great to make a perfect call every time. Something he has to learn is, if it's not there, just throw it away. And we don't want to take a sack or throw an interception. Then we made a stop and got the ball back, I think, with 4 or 5 minutes left. And we used all of our timeouts in the game really to rest our guys. We were playing so many guys both ways, and I wanted our best players on the field all the time, and that's what we used our timeouts for. It's not, it's not really how you would draw it up, but that's the way what we had to do. We didn't have any timeouts left, and we didn't have a good last series. I'm not sure we had the best plays called either, but it kind of ended up, we did throw another interception, and that was the way the game ended.
Yeah, they picked 6, and they win at 35-21, but Warren County certainly didn't have anything to be ashamed of. They really took the fight to a very good Blackman team, and now we've got week 1 of the playoffs coming up against a team we've never seen before, Hardin Valley Academy.
Right. Hardin Valley is it's outside Bearden, I think. It's kind of an affluent area. They have a very talented team. It's hard to tell how good somebody is. They finished second in the region. Maryville, of course, dominated that region again this year, and they beat Hardin Valley last week. People ask me about them, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, and they're kind of a balanced team. Their quarterback doesn't run the ball a lot. That's the one thing I've noticed. They have speed, and they have speed at the skill positions, and they run the ball and like to throw the ball too. But also on defense, they're good on the second level and the third level. I like their secondary. They have some good linebackers, and it's going to be a challenge for us. They're a good team, but we're excited about playing them.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get a little confidence from this Blackman game, because we did do well, and maybe surprise some people. Hardin Valley, they're very human. They got beat 45-0 by Maryville. Of course, Maryville spanks everybody.
They do.
So could be a really good football game.
Well, we'll see what happens. We're excited. I expect our kids to play hard. They always do. This is an elimination game, and we're excited about the game. It's a chance for us to win. Go and play well and have success in a playoff game. And we finished the season strong last year, and this would be a great way to finish the season. Coupled with that Blackman game, the way we played. So we're excited about it.
Yeah, starting time 6 o'clock Central Time at Hardin Valley Academy. You get on Campbell Station Road off I-40 and 75 and go north, and that should take you right to the school, hopefully. So hopefully we won't get lost.
Right.
All right, that's going to do it for another edition of the Coach Tom Moore Show. Coach Tom Moore, I'm Jay Walker. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.